Hotep, brothers and sisters, Black Power. Giving honor to the creator, ancestors, chief of staff, Harris Abdul, sister, my in-laws, viewers, supporters, donors, family, friends, comrades, and all those that are fighting for the liberation and salvation of our black nation. You know, one thing I want to discuss is something that happened last year that the black community completely let go, dropped the ball, and just, forgot about and said, fuck these young guys. These two young brothers, Ramon Smith and Jerron Moreland, both were 21. They were lynched, not shot. They were lynched in Oklahoma last year, and there has been no media coverage. They've been sliding this under the rug. And not only, I'm not even blaming the fucking white media. I'm not blaming them devils. I'm talking about these black so-called politicians, these so-called black leaders. That's why I tell y'all they ain't worth a fuck. Cornel West, Tavis Smiley, Eric Michael Dyson, all of them motherfucking fuck niggas, even Minister Farrakhan, all of these leaders, all of them, Maxine Waters, you can name all of them, John Conyers, John Lewis, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, none of these motherfuckers, Cory Booker, Barack Obama, even Michelle Obama, none of these motherfuckers have done anything or mentioned anything about these young brothers being lynched. They weren't hung, they were lynched.
You can't expect me to undo all those years in just a few weeks. Tuesdays,
They were lynched. They weren't just hung, they were lynched. Do you know what lynching is?
Hey Google, play G-Moss play.
Lynching is when you get your penis cut off, when you're hung, and the likes. That's lynching. And none of this shit has been mentioned by none of these motherfuckers. None of them. To the point where the black community, a lot of you don't even know this situation took place. When shit like this happens, this is when these so-called nigger politicians, these nigger preachers, all these so-called activists, all these rappers, former rappers that has become activists, really they cracktivists. They're supposed to jump on this shit and not let no one get any rest. How do you think the parents of these young men feel? And then you niggas got nerve to criticize when these brothers act out. Like when the brother acted out and shot those 8 or 9 white people in the church and said he was on a mission. He was going to kill himself. He was on a mission to kill 10 crackers. But you speak on that. They had a thing on his, televising his goddamn trial. And then we spend more time on shit like Kellen Winslow Jr. And nothing but a fucking rapist. Nothing but a motherfucking rapist. Fucking with these white bitches, fucking with these sisters, even jerking off on the elderly. This motherfucker, is supposed to be a Hall of Famer, tight end. But see, that's what he's really a loose end, because his back end ain't tight. This old big butt faggot that goes around a perverted motherfucking NFL superstar, which is a rapist. Anytime you masturbate in public on an elderly woman, 77 years old. But they spend so much time on that because that's juicy gossip and all that bullshit. But let's get down to some real issues about these brothers that were lynched. And you don't have to lie, because I know most of you forgot about this situation, and a lot of you only knew about this situation when I broadcasted it last year. I don't forget about this. But see, the street law soldiers, we're not, we don't have 300-400 fucking soldiers like it's supposed to be. This is what I'm working towards, getting some real men, suited and booted, real motherfucking warriors that are not looking to get paid, that the payday is when we're liberated. But so many of you are afraid. And then the ones that want to fight are not in any type of condition due to the struggle with drugs and alcohol. Which I don't take anything from them, because in their hearts, they're probably the most vicious motherfuckers in terms of stepping to this cracker than some college graduate. For example, who would you think would fight the cracker the hardest? The nigga that's out there on the street getting high, or Boyce Watkins? Case closed. But no one is mentioned these two brothers that were lynched, which is a fucking shame. It's a fucking shame. And we need to really get down and understand, what's really going on in the black community. Because this shit doesn't make any sense. We have to start stepping up to the plate, brothers and sisters, and stop this bullshit. Stop looking for so much glorified shit. Stop looking for a lot of feel-good information. Like I told you all, I have love for y'all, especially my subscribers, the ones who stay in contact with me and plug into the Street Law Soldiers. Because Brother Paxton, he's the chairman of the Street Law Soldiers Houston chapter, Houston, Texas. See, we putting in work. It's some stuff being put in place. But a lot of you, sincerely in your hearts, you really want to battle this cracker. But a lot of you are armchair revolutionaries. You talk a real good game. You are very, very highly knowledgeable. You are extremely conscious. But your actions are at past zero. You're not going to do a motherfucking thing. And see, I know how that goes. You'll talk all this revolutionary shit. But then tomorrow morning, you'll go to your white supervisor and you act like you wish you were a cracker. I've seen this shit. I've seen motherfuckers, talk real motherfucking hard. Yeah, Black Power, Hotel. Fuck these motherfucking crackers. I'm ready to put some motherfucking work in. When y'all gonna feed up? I'm ready to march with y'all. And then the next day at work, Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, Mr. Kruskowski? Okay. Yeah, it's great. I'll work overtime. Yeah. How are the kids? Great. Great. I know that type of shit. But then you come around me with that motherfucking gorilla shit. But you motherfucking pussy ass nigga. Stand up. This is why we're in the fucking situations we're in. You talk that shit, but you don't go in the Koreans carry out and tell them motherfuckers one day this shit gonna end. I've told them y'all need an exit motherfucking strategy. Plain and simple. Cause these stinking motherfucking crackers are doing, see, and this is how they get you motherfucking niggas, you stupid, gullible niggas. The most devious motherfucking cracker, when he gets around black people, he's the most humblest motherfucker. Good morning, how are you? All right. See the game last night, man? It was fucking awesome, man. Yeah, man. You know, go. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Yeah. And see, they're doing that because, see, they have every motherfucking thing. So what they're trying to do is enjoy their shit in peace, like some of these bourgeois niggas, some of these politicians, so-called activists, these entertainers. This is why, for example, Steve Harvey lost his motherfucking jobs. Third goddamn job. The cracker don't care nothing about you, nigga. And so, this is a situation like that. He should not be allowed to run back to the black community. Don't come back and tell us how the cracker is, because we already know. You already knew that anyway. But you sat there and cooned and buck danced and tap danced and jigabooed for these motherfuckers. Now when they threw your motherfucking ass out on your head, you want to be black again. You want to be radical. You are awakened and all this bullshit. Nah. Keep your motherfucking racehorse-looking motherfucking ass away from the black community. We don't have time for that bullshit. You know, it's no room for that. There's no room for that. Because you remember you said you didn't give a damn about slavery. So why do you want to come back to the plantation in the hood? You don't give a damn about slavery. That means you don't give a damn about the slaves. So why do you want to come back around the slaves? It shouldn't work like that, brothers and sisters. We got to start putting our foot down. We got to start stepping to these motherfuckers like it ain't nothing. We had to stop acting phony around these goddamn crackers. They respect you more when you go hard. Because they know you're standing on your own square. You're not no phony nigga. You're not trying to act and say things that are pleasing to this motherfucker. And a lot of you need to wake up and smell a motherfucking coffee. Because this shit ain't a game. This shit ain't a game. And for those who disown and disrespect those brothers and sisters that are out there at these traffic lights, that are laying on sidewalks, that are bumming chains, and your rationalization is that you're not going to give them nothing because they're going to go use drugs and all this. That's an excuse. First of all, that's one of the most hardest jobs in the world, to stand in the light panhandling. That's a hell of a work. Second of all, you don't know what they're getting. And if they are getting something to ease their minds, to remove them from the harsh realities that they're dealing with right now, so what? I'll always give dollars out. And I'll never stop doing it. Because our people are suffering and dying. Somebody has to give them a glimpse of hope. Shutting them out is not a glimpse of hope. Because just for example, if there were no houses, this is after a race war, all the houses on the planet have been destroyed. Nothing but woods and jungle. Who would you depend on for survival? To teach you how to survive. Because most of you will kill yourselves. But I'm talking about those who will fight to live. They would have to depend on them motherfuckers at the traffic light that sleep on the sidewalks. So they'll know where to sleep at, how to sleep, how to cover themselves up, how to avoid being attacked or bitten by some of the wildest animals in the woods, how to boil water and repurify water and drink it, how to wash their clothes in the creeks and in the swamps. Because see, a lot of us are blessed that we have a roof over our heads, access to food, access to water, access to a shower, clothing to put on. And so, those brothers and sisters, like the scripture says, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. I truly, truly know this. Not believe, I truly know this. So it's time we stand up and deal with our situations. Those two brothers that were lynched, let's send some positive and strong energy to embrace their families. 21 years old, did not get a chance to enjoy and experience some of the finer things in life on this planet, which is ours. We were here first, and we created everybody else. And they're not teaching our babies that. They're teaching our babies how to be faggots and dykes. That it's okay for your son to eat a dick. It's okay for your daughter to eat pussy. And I'm being raw. And we don't pay any attention to that. Everything the teachers say they're right. You beat your children because the teacher may lie on them because of who they are. Because you're unable to control them. Cracker's unable to control Lil Raheem because he not listening to that bullshit. And it's a reason for that. It's in his spirit not to listen to that shit because it's total lies and mental domination once again. And so, you know, the game's got to stop. The game's got to stop ASAP. You know, let's not forget these brothers that were lynched. Because we've forgotten too many. How many of your so-called leaders and politicians and congressmen and councilmen and mayors have you seen in the worst atrocities that is taking place in this black community with police terrorism? We watched on television police kill Eric Gardner. We watched it on television. We watched 12-year-old Tamir Rice being blown the fuck away. 12 years old. And this is what they do. In Washington, D.C., these motherfucking crackers ride 4 deep in the evening looking for somebody of color to start some shit with, to beat them up, to fuck them up, and then get away with it. I've never seen someone, the cracker will kill a brother unarmed be placed on administrative leave with fucking pay for murder. And so he's on administrative leave with pay. He can take his check and go to Disney World, take his family. While the other family is scraping up for funeral services. And then you get these nigga goddamn money grubbing motherfucking so-called defense attorneys. Benjamin Crump, Al Sharpton, and array these Shapiro and all these other motherfucking devils. David Kenner and all these other devils that once again suck money off the black community. Once again. And so, what do we do besides talking? Besides talking. Time to bust this motherfucker's head to wide the fuck open. Wide open. And I'm not talking just physically. I'm talking physically too, but I'm talking in other areas. Economically, morally, spiritually, mentally, financially. Split them open and let us get our share. Have we forgotten? How many people have we forgotten? Our so-called leaders and our leaders that have been murdered. Khalid Muhammad, Huey P. Newton, Sandra Bland, and the list goes on and on and on. You know, brothers and sisters, it's time to make some changes. It's time to step up to the plate. If you go online and pull up these two brothers, Ramon Smith and Gerard Moreland, to give them and their families some support and some love. Show them some love. I'm going to try to get in touch with the families today. Not just to offer my condolences, but to offer my investigative research. To offer retaliation if needed. So brothers and sisters, I'm going to be back with y'all shortly. I hope you got something out of this video. I'll be back with you all probably tomorrow. I'll have a few more topics to discuss. And shout out to all my subscribers and supporters and donors, as well as family members, as well as my comrades, as well as street law soldiers. And with that, Hotep, Black Power. Queen's Lemonade is off the damn chain. And this is the right season for this. You know, that energizes me. It charges me up. Makes me go out here and do what I need to do to participate in our liberation. Peace.